Alrighty, we're gonna make this quick, because it is chilly. Here's the last little bucket of potatoes that I dumped from up front, and I'm gonna say, whatever, Scotty. My yarrow's doing real good. I'm probably gonna cut a bunch of that stuff back if I have room in the garage to dry things. A bunch of spinach that I started for the cold frames, a bunch of lettuce that I started for the cold frames. I yanked all the tomato plants out of here. I was out at the farm, I didn't water. It doesn't matter whether it's potatoes, tomatoes, it doesn't matter what it is. Plants like water. Plants like water. It's a good rule. I don't know if anybody recalls, but right over there was a huge patch that was the original thing that got planted here 9 years ago when I built that back bed. That's all I started with was that. And chives. And I've divided it, I've dug it up. So over the years, and it was just huge. So I dug the entire thing up. It had a bunch of grass in it, so I figured, okay, I'm getting rid of that grass, and I just divided it up, and in a whole bunch of different spots in the yard. I popped these out so that next year I can just put them in little pots, and bada boom, bada bing, they're ready for sale, if you will. I do have some pictures of these daylilies. I believe I was told what these are. Holy cow, these are prolific. I like them. I'll dig those up and have those in different spots for sure. The Saskatoons, the superfood, they definitely liked it back here. You know what I mean? They looked happy. I think they each had a tune on them. They had one more volunteer dill, and there'll be more for next year. There were some Borlotti beans. There were some harvester beans from Mr. William Coleman. Those were from Emma, Misfit Gardener. And I really didn't do anything here. I'm embarrassed. My backyard's terrible. It's brutal. I'll harvest those seeds. I have a couple of Swedish aspen here that are certainly sucking an enormous amount of energy out of this back garden. So I will do something about that fairly shortly. Early next year, I'll dig those things up and see if I can transplant them. Here are the parsnips that I forgot in the ground last year. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. They were tiny. They were tiny, and then these things started to grow, and they were honking huge. Look at the size of the stalks on these. I could not believe that came from that itty bitty little parsnip that I forgot. These, oh my stars! There's no way one person needs this many seeds. They're just what am I? Huh? I don't know. But I'm gonna have to cut these. I'm gonna have to hang them up. I'm gonna have to wrap some bags around them, let them dry. I have to. That's where that big chive thing was. And look at all the little baby chives from the seeds that, have been in the soil. These are all baby chives under there. Oh, a couple of beets that I should probably yank. Here were my scarlet runner beans from Mr. Coleman. And again, they did okay, bud, despite, my lack of attention. So I'm letting her buck. Those are all going to get saved from seeds so that your legacy carries on, sir, in the gardens of Alberta. I moved this thing because it was absolutely jam-packed with love. I cleaned it out completely. You gotta love thistle. Oh, my stars. Don't worry about it. Those are going to die tonight. Those beans, I was like, I wonder if, you know what I mean? If we get it late in September, we scoot into October, I might get one harvest out of them. That ain't going to happen. This lettuce is going to get covered. These are all for transplants for the cold frames up front. This is the north side. Not a great spot for winter growing. Horseradish. I want to try it. This has been the second year, and I really wanted to make sure that I let it get a root hold. You know what I mean? I think this is a lot like comfrey. A lot of other root things. If you leave a little bit of root, you got yourself more horseradish, man. We got some purple climbing beans here. Here's more chives. And I only did that maybe at the start of September, maybe a week ago. I did that. Look at the new growth on them. I cut the roots, I cut there, I broke everything up into small bundles. Look at the growth. Those things are awesome. Here's Nick's true potato seed. TPS. I will have that covered. There's no way that I want that to die prematurely. Let's take a quick look in here. I did a bunch of, whatever I had, spring onions or something. I'll get something. They're good in the cold. I think these are radishes or turnips. I can't even remember. I put some peas in. I figured, you know, with the double layered hoop houses, which I just put back on because on very rare occasions I can be smarter than I look. I knew the scold was coming. So, in fact, you know what, to be honest. Oh, beauty! Got the wet foot syndrome going on. Love it. Lemon balm, a whole bunch of volunteer chamomile, a bunch of spinach. I'm probably going to pop some of that lettuce over into there. Okay, see if I can get a wet foot again. I don't really care. I've got greenhouses and tomatoes. I just, you know what I mean? I mean, I should probably clean out a bunch of this. In fact, I might do a video on making the double layered hoop houses. Here's with one layer on. I haven't got the second one on yet. And then this is with the double layers on. And it does make an absolutely huge difference. So, I don't know. This basil's going to be done tonight. In fact, it's almost done right now. You can see it kind of turning brown. Basil is wimpy. Does not like the cold. And, I don't know. I guess I had some more lettuce starts just in case. As you see, the purple oric, it is just, it's everywhere. And all of this, I've been waiting to do this video. I'm cutting all of this because I just don't need seed everywhere. Here are the ones that are like over 8 feet tall. They are truly ridiculous. Oh. No doubt, eh? Things that grow by my compost pile, doesn't matter whether it's squash, pumpkin, oric, they seem to do well. So, and on that note, there's your backyard frozen finger wet foot update for September. And when these dry, I'll show you and I'll walk you kind of through the process. But I will, I'm going to store a whole bunch of these because I've had a bunch of my YouTube friends like, hey man, can I get some of those? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. So if there's anybody that's interested in something like that, let me know. Other than that, have a great day. Hope you're warmer than I am. See you later. Alright, just want to take a second to thank all my regular viewers and commenters. You guys are hands down the best part of YouTube to me. So thank you very kindly, and if you are new to the channel, please do me a favor. Watch a couple of videos and make sure my sense of humor and my kind of weird is up your alley. I got tons of subs that don't watch. I'd love more viewers. Anyway, thanks guys. Hope you have a great day.